So I just got home from work, so I'm going to make crispy smashed potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and get these potatoes scrubbed up and cleaned, any bad spots cut off, and we will get right to the recipe. Okay, I'm going to put a pot of water on to cook those potatoes in, and you're going to want a dozen and a half of potatoes. And we're going to add a teaspoon of salt in the water, and I'm going to go ahead and put those potatoes in. We'll just go ahead and dump those in the water. In the meantime, we're going to go over and mix our butter and spices and our Parmesan cheese and get that ready in our baking dish. I have a half a stick of butter I'm going to melt in the microwave. Okay, I have a half a cup of butter melted. Now we're going to add some spices and salt and cheese. I'm adding here a teaspoon of salt, about a tablespoon of Italian herbs. It's truly up to you how much you add. You don't have to add this. You could do salt and pepper if you wanted. And about a half teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to stir that up and let me grate the cheese, and we'll be mixing this up in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese to the melted butter and the spices and mix that up. So this way, when you pour that onto your baking dish, your butter's not going to run everywhere and get underneath your parchment paper. Okay, so we have our butter and cheese mixed up. We're going to spread that out onto the parchment paper. And we're going to just lay our potatoes on top of this. Okay, here is where the smashed part comes in. You're going to take one of your cooked potatoes, and I've rinsed these under some cold water. You don't want to flatten them. You don't want them to break. You just want to open them. Okay, here we go. We're just going to smash it carefully. Okay, we don't want it to break apart. Just smash it open. Take it over. Transfer it on top of our butter and cheese mixture. We're going to do all the potatoes that way. Just gently press slowly until it opens, and then transfer to the baking sheet. I have 2 more tablespoons of butter. I'm just going to drizzle over the top of these. I have some coarse sea salt. I'm just going to go over the top with these and pop them in a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes until they're golden brown and crunchy. Okay, so they've baked about 30 minutes, and I've let them cool for just a minute. And I'm going to flip them over and see how delicious they look. So yummy. They smell delicious. I can't wait. I think the parchment paper is key. If you can use parchment paper, I would if you have it. They smell delicious. Let them cool a little bit before I started eating, because they are certainly hot.